Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. I'm in the kitchen today, and today we're going to do something with leftovers because I've got some leftovers that need to be used up, so I thought I'd bring you along with me and let's see what we can do with them, okay? All right, don't go away. Stay with me because you know what this is. Let's make some food. Well, here's some leftovers. I don't mind working with leftovers because it enables me to use what I have and not waste food because we don't want to waste food. So this is the last of my Spanish rice, and I've got a couple of the burritos that I made, and so I'm going to use this one. That'll give me one left. I've got the end of some salsa fresca here and some jalapeno peppers, so that's going to go on there. After my burrito gets warmed up, I have a teeny tiny bit of cheese, so I'm going to use this bag up. So let's get going. I'm going to warm the rice up in the microwave. This is going to be no work. The burrito is going to get put in the microwave as well, but I'm going to wrap it up in a paper towel to do that. I find this is really the best way to reheat or to heat up your frozen burritos. Here's a tip for you. If you get rotisserie chickens in these types of containers, hang on to a few of them because they make really good containers to put leftovers in, and you can send them your friends and family home with leftovers and not worry about getting your container back. Okay, my burrito is warmed up in the microwave, but I'm going to put this cheese on there and pop it back in for a few seconds and melt the cheese. Okay, that looks scrumptious. I love having frozen burritos in the freezer because it's a quick meal and you can share them. When my youngest daughter was here, I sent some home with her, and she said they were delicious. So, here's some salsa fresca. Couple of, as my younger sister says, jalapenos. Jalapenos? And some Louisiana hot sauce, which is my favorite, by the way. So, there it is. That's my meal. What do you think? Shall we cut into this and see what it looks like? These were so good. Look at that. Awesome. Okay. We'll be back because we're going to keep working with the leftovers and see what we get. What's this? Well, it's a leftover piece of steak, some leftover green beans, and a leftover potato that was baked in the microwave. I think it looks very colorless and kind of sad, but not sad really, but well, yeah, a little bit. I don't know, I think we could perk it up a little bit and maybe bring some color to this plate. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, I think we're going to cut this potato up. I'm going to cut up these small peppers here in this little onion, and we're going to fry these up together. in a pan. And let's see what happens. Okay, I've cut up the little peppers and I've cut up the little onions. These were given to me out of my daughter's garden. So let's get these in the pan. Oh, and I sliced up the potato. Okay. Not fancy, but I think it'll be okay. I think we should put some salt on this. Because salt makes food taste good. And pepper makes food taste really good. So I'm just going to cook these until the peppers and onions are nicely done and the potatoes are crisp on either side. It won't take that long because the potatoes are already cooked, right? And the vegetables are small, mini vegetables. All right. I've made some room because I'm going to just pop the steak in there as well, since the pan is nice and hot. The steak doesn't need seasoned anymore. It's fine. You can see, well, I guess you can't see. I like mine pink, but I realize after I warm it up, it won't be quite as pink, but that's okay. I'm good with it. Okie doke. I think that looks pretty good. I warmed up the green beans in the microwave. It's just enough. Look at that. I'm eating on a real plate. Isn't that awesome? And I have one of those little tomatoes that ripened up in the box downstairs, and I brought that up the other day, and look, I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that on the side of my supper. Something fresh. I better put a little salt on these tomatoes. Tomatoes and salt love each other. Did you know that? Oh, and they love pepper too. All right. There's my supper. What do you think? I think it looks really good. So, but remember, it's just leftovers. Okay, I'm going to sit down and eat this. I got some more leftovers, but they don't look very appetizing, do they? Well, sometimes they don't after a time, but let's see what we can do with these. This is the last of the 16 bean soup I made a while back. It's the last bit. It's really good, but it has thickened up from being in the fridge. If you don't save your pickle jars, etc., or these types of jars with the lug nuts, crazy woman, lug lids, you're missing out, and a good way to store things like soup, because if you put your hot soup in there, they create a vacuum, they seal up, not preserved, but sealed up, and you can keep them in your refrigerator for a much, much, much longer time. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to use that, and because it's thickened up, I've got a little bit of very juicy, soupy salsa fresca left. I'm going to put that in. It's going to add nice flavor as well. And I have some tomato juice, home canned, or tomato sauce. It's home canned. I've got some of that left, so I'll probably put those in there to loosen it up. Here is a pita that was left when my daughter came one weekend. She brought a gyro kit that she got at Aldi. We tried that out, and we had one pita left, so I toasted these up, and I'm going to use these, and I'll show you how I'm going to use them. I've got my hummus that I made. I've got some of that left, so I'm going to use that on the pita. And I have these tomatoes. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat for some reason. Allergies. Sorry. So I'm going to have these tomatoes, have as in H-A-L-V-E, not have, and half them, and then I'm going to eat them with the hummus and put some of that on my toasted pita. So let's see how this goes. All right, in goes the last of the 16 bean soup. Now, as you recall, this doesn't have any meat in it. It's a vegan or vegetarian style soup. See how thick that is? So in that goes. I'm going to add in the rest of the salsa fresca. This has garlic. It's got jalapeno, really, and some peppers, some other good things. It's only going to add flavor to the soup, plus it helps loosen it up a little bit, which is pretty awesome. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of that. Let's see. I don't want to make it too well, I don't want to make it too soupy, but I also don't want to have so much that I'm eating it again. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. I think that is really going to be good enough. Don't you? Looks good. There. It's loosened it up a little bit. Now I'm going to get my my pita bread ready. I want to cut my tomatoes and we'll get this all done. Okay, I got my tomatoes that I cut up, and I've got some banana pepper rings. I put this label on this big jar with the painter's tape because these are my homegrown banana peppers that I reuse the brine from my store-bought jar of banana peppers. So this will be really good. I love banana peppers that are pickled. They're delicious. Don't throw away that brine, even if they're store-bought. So all I'm going to do is I put a little bit of avocado oil on there because I don't have any olive oil. We're going to do them like that so I can eat these with my bean soup. What do you think? Oh, those look scrumptious. All right, I'm going to finish up here. I've got a little bit of chopped purple onion to put on my bean soup, which is so good. And I'll show you how I'll put that together. Okie doke. There's a soup. It's soupier. Look at here. This is a beanie meal. Beans and chickpeas, which are garbanzo beans. It's beanie. But nutritious and delicious. I like to put a little bit of vinegar, just a splash on my bean soup. I don't know. It just tastes really good. I better put a little pepper. Okay. That's what we're doing with these leftovers. What do you think? These look delicious. I'm excited to try them. I think I need a red pepper on there because it looks pretty. And here's the bean soup with some raw onion. If you've never had raw onion in your bean soup, you should try it because it's really, really good. Okay. It doesn't leave you kissing fresh, but it's still really good. Okay, that's it for me today. I love you guys. You know I do. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay, all right. I hope this inspires you to use your leftovers, maybe in a new way, maybe in a different way, or just eat them up so that we don't waste food. And if you get some inspiration from this, I am happy because I am always inspired by all of you. All right, I love you, and I will talk to you later. Get to those leftovers. Bye-bye.